Hello, I've got another review for you today. This time, the movie that I'm going to be reviewing is called Unhinged, which stars Russell Crowe, who you'll know from Gladiator and more recently Boy Erased. This movie is the it's a bit nuts. It's all about road rage, essentially. Russell Crowe plays this menacing guy who just seems to have no remorse, and you're thrown into the story kind of from the very, very beginning, where it shows him sat outside a house in his big grey pickup truck, rain pouring down. He then goes into the house and blows it up. And that's really good at the start, it grips you, but this movie unfortunately doesn't keep to that level, and in my opinion is quite disappointing. The main arc of the story is you follow Rachel, who's a single mother who lives at home with her brother, her son, and her brother's girlfriend. And she is running late to get her son Kyle to school, and she also has a client to meet as well. So she's running really late. Her client phones her. Rachel explains she's going to be late. She then gets fired. So things start really poorly for Rachel. She's also going through a pretty rough divorce, and her soon-to-be ex-husband is after her house as well. So she has a pretty rough start in this film. It doesn't get much better for her at all. She, on her way to taking Kyle to school, gets stuck in loads of traffic, and she tries to find alternative routes and ends up getting stuck behind this grey pickup truck. Of course, is the one being driven by Russell Crowe. So the light turns green, he doesn't move, she beeps the horn quite aggressively, goes around him, and then at the next set of lights they're side by side, and this is where we have the first real interaction between the two main characters. Russell Crowe is explaining that he would like an apology. Rachel is not in the mood to give him one at all. He then decides to road rage like you've never seen before, gets super violent, is able to steal Rachel's phone and go and find her friends and family, and the violence just continues and continues. She doesn't know what to do, as he has left almost like a burner phone in her car that he is ringing all the time from her phone and telling her that, you know, she's made a big mistake, asking her to give names of people that he should go and hurt, really making her choose, kind of being very manipulative. But it's just a bit nuts. There's a point where he's attacking someone in a diner full of about 20 other people, and not one single person decides to step in. Instead, there are people with their phones sitting back in the corners just like this, filming everything. It's very cliche horror movie, with big, someone's about to kill the bad guy or whatever, and they say this really cool phrase, and it's very underwhelming. There isn't much out at the minute to go and see, so this was by far the front runner for me. A new film, from the trailer itself, really made me interested in it and thought that this had a really good potential to be a great film. It doesn't live up to it. It's super basic. The acting's not great. The story just doesn't really make much sense. I mean, we've all been angry on the road. We've all had road rage, but I've never had road rage to the point where I want to torment the person's family and friends and start killing people. It just doesn't really make a whole load of sense. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a 5 out of 10. It's a generous one. Again, there is not much out, so these ratings I feel, are very nice of me. It's worth a watch if you're stuck inside and you want to get out on a rainy day. Do go and see it, because you might enjoy it. For me personally, it just wasn't anything great. It doesn't have any rewatch value for me at all, which I think is really important with a film. If I see it and I think I'm really going to want to watch that again, but I want to watch it with these people, this person will really enjoy it, or if we get a group together, they'll really like it. I am not going to be running to show this film to anybody, like parents, friends. It's hard to recommend it to people. Very basic storyline, very cliche horror, and just some really just unnecessary dialogue. 5 out of 10, I think, is very generous of me, but that's what I'm gonna go with for now. Um, yeah, I'm just really deflated. I'm quite disappointed about it because I was really excited. I've had my tickets booked for quite a while. I've been waiting for it to come out, and it just let me down. But if you do go and see it, do let me know what you think. Other people might really enjoy it. It isn't terrible. It really isn't terrible, but it's not great. Is the best way that I can describe this. So if you're bored, do go and see it. Let me know what you think, and stick around to this channel. I'm going to be reviewing more stuff, and not necessarily new releases all the time. There are a lot of old sort of classic films that I haven't seen that I will watch and I will give reviews for. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Why not? Could be cool. I'll try and make this a regular thing. So I'm obviously coming out of the traps pretty fast here because this is all new and I'm enjoying it, and I enjoyed the first review that I did, and I want to keep that going. But yeah, stick around. The reviews will get better. Trust me, I'm still learning how to do all this. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next review. Cheers.